Gauteng Police Commissioner Lieutenant-General Elias Mawela is again leading Operation kae Molao, this time in Moroka in Soweto. The operation is aimed at helping local police stations conduct roadblocks in order to curb crime. Let's get you more on the operation tonight. We're joined by the Lieutenant-General himself, Elias Mawela. A very good evening to you, sir. Grateful for your time. What are you looking for specifically in that area tonight?
Thank you very much for the opportunity once more. We have identified Moroka as one of the problematic stations, especially with contact crimes. Contact crimes, I'm talking about the assault, murder, robbery, aggravating and sexual offenses. But the biggest challenge of Moroka is robbery aggravating, meaning that there's a lot of people who are roaming the streets here, having illegal weapons, and then they are robbing people in the streets. And the assaults, again, it clearly tells us that there is a high level of substance abuse. So if all those people who will be found dealing with drugs will be dealt with tonight, and those illegal shebis will also be dealt with tonight.
And how many of those crimes have you been able to stop and indeed make arrests possibly today?
Thank you very much. Our first phase, which were led by our detectives, they've managed to arrest 22 people. I'm talking about here in Moroka. And then here in this roadblock, we've arrested 6 people who were found to be under the influence of alcohol while they are driving their vehicles here. They are also behind bars. 5 undocumented persons arrested. Another 3 people who were found in possession of hardcore drugs, they were also arrested. So those are the few successes we have achieved. But another team which we have deployed in the suburb here for compliance inspection, they've managed to close 3 shebis for us.
And just to be clear, Lieutenant General, you said the 22 arrests were linked to what exactly?
I'm saying that the last one, I'm talking about the shebins, whereby these people, they were dealing with liquor without the license or the permit. So those shebins were closed and alcohol confiscated.
And the 22 arrests, is that the whole total of the people you've arrested in Moroka tonight?
No, the 22 were arrested by the detectives. You know, usually when we do Operation kae Molao, our first phase, we task the detectives to go around and look for those wanted suspects. Suspects who are linked to say specific crimes through their fingerprints, or maybe the complainants, they know the people who have offended them. So the detectives are sent out to go and look for those ones. So these people were arrested for different offenses like your assault, your robberies, these 22. That was our first phase. The second phase started with this roadblock here, whereby 6 people were arrested who were driving the vehicles under the influence of alcohol. And then another 3 people were found to be in possession of hardcore drugs were also arrested. In one taxi where we have stopped, we have also found 5 undocumented people, and then they are taken in, and immigration officers, they will process them accordingly.
And how effective is the strategy of roadblocks? I ask that because people often warn each other about roadblocks, so many of the criminals would be able to evade a roadblock if, for example, a friend in Moroka nearby sees this and alerts them.
And surprisingly, people, they take chances. People, they still come to the roadblock knowingly and see the police that they've mounted a roadblock. They still come knowing that they are driving while they are under the influence of alcohol. Some of them, they even come to us straight on while they know that in their vehicles they are in possession of illegal substance or dangerous weapon. And we do arrest people in these roadblocks. So the roads which we are choosing, most of the roads are very much strategic. We know that once you enter that road, it will be difficult for you to detour, or you take another road or evade that roadblock. So we know that once you are in that road, you have no choice. You have to come past us, and you'll go through our search base, and then we check whether everything is in order in your car.
Have you been able to measure, Lieutenant General, the success of kae Molao via the number of actual prosecutions, people who do time. I mean, tonight, for example, you've just said among the people you've arrested are 5 who were found with hard drugs, to use your language. So are most of these people actually ever convicted?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the criminal justice system in Gauteng is grinding, even though it's grinding very slow, but usually it's giving us the desired result. On a regular basis, we do publish the convictions which we have achieved, and very good conviction. And over and above that, you know, most here in Gauteng, we have a problem of the repeat offenders. People who were arrested for more than twice, commit an offense, they are out on bail, they commit another offense and so forth. Some of them, the warrant of arrest is issued because they failed to can go and appear in court on the specific dates given to them. And we do pick up them through the raids by our detectives.
And Lieutenant General, when it comes to kae Molao, I mean, I've been on air for a number of these operations now, in the last year or so at least. And often I see you stopping taxis, I do see officers go into taverns and the like, and many of the people are black people. These are predominantly black areas. Is that a coincidence? Why haven't we seen similar quote-unquote raids in 4 ways, for example?
No, we do that in 4 ways. And we mount our operation in accordance to the crime pattern analysis. So we analyze crime and we look at those areas whereby there is a spike of crime, and then we go to those specific areas. So we do that. We go to those suburb areas once we see that crime is going out of hand, and then we go there. But again, we mustn't forget that the people in the township, they are also complaining that there is no police visibility. Actually, when we are operating in these areas, and the people, they are happy, because some of them, they'll tell you that we don't sleep here. People are just discharging firearms randomly. Some of the people who are driving under the influence of alcohol, they're driving recklessly, so there is a high level of lawlessness in the township. So the communities, they also invite us to can come and stamp the authority of the state there.
Gauteng Police Commissioner Elias Mawela, pleasure to speak to you, sir. Thank you for your time.